Hello everyone and welcome to Nevada Preps Preview, a weekly high school sports show where we break down all the top matchups in Southern Nevada. I'm Ben Gotz, joined as always by Nevada Preps reporter extraordinaire Justin Emerson. It was a crazy week 4 for high school football in the Valley for reasons that go well beyond the painted lines. Canyon Springs and Basic got involved in a brawl following their game on Friday night, and CCSD police had to step in and use pepper spray to defuse the situation. It was a very chaotic scene and one that certainly didn't go unpunished, Justin.
No, the NIA came down hard on both sides on Tuesday, announcing that Friday's Canyon Springs victory over Basic is now a double forfeit, so both teams are going to get credited with a loss. In addition, both teams are going to have to forfeit their next game, and for Canyon Springs, that meant Silverado, and for Basic, that was going to be Valley. So both Silverado and Valley are going to pick up a win by forfeit, and they've decided to schedule each other, with Silverado visiting Valley at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday.
Well, that was a very chaotic scene, certainly not what you want to see at a high school football game. Well, we won't see Basic and Canyon Springs this week, but there will be plenty of other good matchups on Saturday with games being moved due to Rosh Hashanah. One game we'll be keeping an eye on is Clark and Sierra Vista, with both teams coming out off blowout wins. So it'll be interesting to see, Justin, who can keep their momentum going in this matchup.
They weren't just blowouts, they were shutouts too. And I mean, they both picked up their first league win of the year. And unfortunately for them, they play in the Southwest League, and that's kind of like playing for second place because with Bishop Gorman in the league. But second place means avoiding the Gales until potentially the Sunset Region title game. So Saturday's winner is going to have a leg up on the Southwest Silver. Clark seems to have put that strange loss to Boulder City behind them and have already won more than they did all of last year. And for the Mountain Lions, I've been particularly impressed with their strong offensive line.
Next up, we have a Northwest League showdown where one team is coming in just absolutely desperate for a win. Faith Lutheran is now 0-3 after falling to Harborview last week. And Justin, can they finally get off the schneid hosting Palo Verde?
Well, if not now, the question kind of is when. The problem with the Northwest League, Ben, and you've seen plenty of their games, so you know this well, is that there are no gimme games. Even Cimarron Memorial, which was last year's doormat, is 3-0 so far this year and earned your Nevada Preps Team of the Week honors. You can see that video on Facebook. And the Crusaders aren't necessarily playing poorly, losing their 3 games by a total of 18 points, but Palo Verde's in the same boat. There's going to be at least one good team left out of the playoffs in the Northwest League, and whichever of these teams starts 0-2 in league play will have a tough time bouncing back.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's hit up a little 3A action now.
Let's do it.
We have Sunrise Mountain traveling to Virgin Valley. The 2-2 Bulldogs were dominant in their win against Western last weekend, but now they get to play a minors team that looks kind of frisky.
Frisky?
Frisky.
I like it. You know, this one's a little off the beaten path, and even though it's not a league game, I think it's going to be a good barometer of where these teams are. Virgin Valley has stumbled a little bit after winning the Class 3A Sunrise League last year, but they still have Jaden Perkins this year, and he's kind of a do-everything player who showed what he can do with 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, and an interception in a win last week. And for Sunrise Mountain, this is going to be a final tune-up before league play begins against a surprisingly strong Mojave squad when they meet next week.
I mean, really, with Perkins, what can he do?
I don't know. I mean, he could do my taxes. That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
That'd be nice.
Well, we're going to go back to 4A for our final game this week, one that's a fever dream for anyone who thought football was better in the 1930s. Harborview and Shadow Ridge are very straightforward with what they want to do. They want to run the ball down your throat, they want to control the clock, and they don't want to pass at all if possible. This is going to be an interesting clash of similar styles. And Justin, I'm kind of curious to see who's going to win out here.
You know, I'm really excited for this one, and I'm going to be there bright and early on Saturday, 11:30 a.m., all the way up at Shadow Ridge. And, you know, I think I'm kind of higher on this Mustangs team than a lot of people are, and this is going to be the biggest test of the year for them. Better teams than the Mustangs have fallen victim to the Aggies' double wing attack, and one way or another, I think this turns into a really good game.
I agree.
You know what, Ben, just between me and you, for fun, let's set the over-under at completions for this one at 3.5.
I'm going to take the over on that because I think Shadow Ridge is going to get behind and they'll have some catching up to do in the second half.
You know, it's really not great television if we agree on everything, so I'm just going to take the under.
That's good television. I hope you thought this was good television because that's going to do it for this week's edition of Nevada Preps Preview. Make sure to check out NevadaPreps.com on Saturday this week for all your high school sports scores, recaps, and videos, and join us live on Facebook that night as we go over all the action. From Nevada Preps, I'm Ben Gotz, he's Justin Emerson, and this week, we'll see you on Saturday.